Hi guys, today I'm doing a video on men going their own way because women can't handle nice guys. And let's go straight into it. Um, we all know the bad guys in situation, rough around the edges, things like that. And I'm going to break it down in two levels, the social levels. Bad guys tend to fall in the social scheme of things, like lower level, and then you get nice guys in the upper level, and they're refined, they're probably more educated, um, and these are all generalities because there are some bad boys out there that who are well educated, they just don't give a damn. Personality trait and all that have a lot to do with it. They're not evil or mean, they just really don't give a shit about a woman's feelings or concerns unless it's something that they can get out of it, and or they're not attuned to their partner. And some men that fall in a nice guys category, they're for the most part well educated, refined, probably have a craft, a skill, and because they've invested that much time into into themselves, they they didn't their social skills are underdeveloped. um, and this comes to the balance that I talked about of the five healths, and social health being one of them. But and again, a lot of that has to do with personality as well. Some insecurities, maybe they may look nerdy, they plump or fat, maybe in shape, but not overtly like cut up or anything like that, just kind of average. um, and I fall, I'm going to use myself as an example because I fall under the nice guy category. And from my experience that coming from the environment I came from, when I get involved with a woman, you know well, this particular case, I got involved with a woman who, one of the things she was looking for in a man when in conversing was that she was looking for a man of action, someone who didn't just do a whole lot of talking. Fortunately for me, I was already there. I wouldn't have to pretend to be that. And the relationship moved so quickly that our lives became completely intertwined, and she couldn't handle the fact. It confused her why I would help her when her car break down and I fixed it, and things like that. She didn't ask because, and the explanation she gave was that, men in her world never did things like that. So it was strange to her. She wasn't exposed to men being nice to her in that way. And there are talks online about different things that she may not have been, she didn't merit, she didn't put in enough work in the relationship to merit that kind of help. But in my situation, I believe she did, because we were at a stage in the relationship where um, anything that occurs to her with her finances or whatever would directly affect me. And it was my duty to make sure we resolve those issues, so that it doesn't come into something bigger where we both lose. So and it turned out that I was one of the first guys that actually did a lot of those things for her and with her, and she just couldn't handle it. There are a couple of cases on, there's another case on divorce court, I believe, or one of them court shows, where the woman just left, couldn't handle, the guy was too nice, he cooked for her, he took care of her kids by other men, worked and things like that, and she just was waiting for him to punch her in the face one day for, it never came, and she just couldn't handle that, so she left. And it confused the hell out of him. But the reality is that women, depending on the demographics they grow up in, don't typically see positive male role models around in general, and so they don't know how they're supposed to be treated by real men. My dog making a whole lot of noise. Hey, quiet. And by doing so, not getting that exposure, when they do encounter a guy like that, they just don't know how to respond. They're afraid of responding too much or too little, and in some cases, not responding at all. And the biggest excuse that they use is, well, I didn't ask for your help, and that's a real to me that's a stupid excuse, because both our lives are affected. One of us was capable of handling the situation, so we both could move forward, and we did. And eventually she left. She just couldn't handle the fact that I was a man of action. And I didn't just speak. When I say that I was going to do something, I went and did it. Or I made an attempt to do it, and if it's through the attempt, it turned out to be what's going on, them dogs? Through the attempt, it turned out to be an invalid thing to do. Then I retract, regroup, and do something else. But in my humble opinion, based on my experience, women who were not really exposed to men, real men, they just don't know how to handle someone that's nice. It's easier to handle someone that's bad. It's easier to walk away from someone that's bad. So when they meet someone that's nice, before they become too emotionally involved, they try to end it, because they feel that they will end up owing this person. And it's not necessarily because they think he's weak and all that crap, because I'm not a weak man. I was a submarine, for crying out loud. As a soldier, I never portrayed myself as weak. But when shit hit the fan, I was there to take care of business. And whatever role that I was wanted to play to fill the void, I played that role. So if for some reason she was working, overworking, and things needed to be done around the house, I took care of the things around the house too. And vice versa. And that's how I see it. I'm supposed to support her weaknesses with my strengths. She's supposed to support my weaknesses with her strengths. And most of the times, men don't typically do that, especially alpha male or the bad guys that they're so used to seeing walking the streets, because good guys don't really roam the streets. So if you have any questions, ask in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like, subscribe, and I'll reiterate, women just can't handle a guy that's nice, because they feel that they cannot measure up. So they prefer to go off somewhere and mess around with a second-rate guy where they can see themselves as equal to or superior to, rather than staying and committing to a guy that's nice, who is equal to her, maybe superior to her in some ways, but inferior in other ways, and is willing to work with her so they both can be balanced. And that takes a lot of work, and a lot of women, again, statistically don't want to do that until they're like 30, 35, almost 40, and then the good guys really don't want nothing to do with them then, because they're too old. And now the good guys become the bad guys because they wouldn't mess with them when they're too old. Well, y'all have a good day.